up races, yeah. Pull up a hop and get facelift.
Okay, I'm bored. I don't have anything to do right now. It's the end of the night. I already went to the gym, worked, did everything that I had to today. So I'm just gonna, you know, kill as much of this bottle that I can and play Plinko. There was a time when I was, you know, at this point in the night, I would start playing Call of Duty, but things change. Sometimes we take different interests in different things over time, and that's okay. That's called growing up. But I don't think this is a bad idea. By the way, if I ever got a sponsor by Angel's Envy, I would probably quit working forever. I think I'd be like, that would probably fix a lot of problems. That's like a easy benchmark of like, I made it. That is my favorite whiskey of all time. But I'm gonna drink this. If this doesn't really have me feeling like anything after about 15-20 minutes, then I'll drink another, and then I'll start recording again when I start gambling. Okay, we're back and we're feeling a little bit better. So let's get this going. So I'm just using the FanDuel online app. I only deposited $50. But if we're placing $2 bets on these Plinko balls and we hit 1000x, you got 2 grand right there. I have not hit 1000x yet. But with an optimistic mindset, right now is exactly the time when that's gonna happen. So let's go for a $2 bet. High risk, high reward, got everything maxed out. Okay. See, if I would have just bet $100 there, then I would have gotten 200. Over. Oh yeah. See, we're in the green right now. That was bound to happen eventually. Oh, get over. Let's play 3 balls. This is where it starts to get frustrating, because I'm not gonna let these fucking Plinko balls win. I'm just gonna go back to 1. Over. See, it always gravitates to that middle part where you lose your money. And I don't understand why you think that I want to lose my money. If I can just get one 1000x, I will never play with this. I'll never play Plinko again. I'll never play the Plinko balls again. I gotta figure something out. Okay, so obviously waving at the phone doesn't do anything, so I'm gonna stop that. I don't want to sit here and rinse $50 on Plinko. Like, I'm gonna end up going, you know what? Hold on. Let's go to roulette, because that, I'm not even kidding. I'll put some evidence up on the screen if I can find it. I hit 6 blacks in a row. Now granted, they were only $2 bets, but I hit 6 in a row. So if I bet black here and it hits, I am going to end up doing like a $50 bet on black. Bang. You know, this keeps on happening, and like, my shirt can only wipe so much of this off of the bottle. Okay, let me get my money back, and then I'll go back to Plinko. So right now we're just using, see? Okay, there's another one. Right now we're just gonna use roulette to get our money back. I'll go ahead and throw a $5 at it on black. I'm pretty confident. Okay, so a second that I upped it. Okay, so now black is due. So if we do another $5 bet on black, then that means it's gonna hit. Okay, now we're definitely due for black. So we're gonna go ahead and do black again, because black generally hits. See, this is why I'm drinking right now. If I was sober, I'd turn this off. Black is due, right? Black is due. You just got red 3 times in a row. Black is inevitably due. And anybody that says the term due is like, you know, it's just illusion, things like that, you're being a pessimist. You don't understand gambling. So it's trying to trick me right now. It wants me to go with red because red has hit 4 times in a row. That means it wants me to think that the probability of red hitting again, wait, maybe it wants me to go black because it keeps seeing me go black. The casinos don't want you to, see, we're gonna go red because it knows that black is my favorite. See? And we won 10. So now this is where we start to get our money back. So it just saw me hit on red. So now we're gonna go ahead and hit a $2 for black. Dude, like, I literally know this shit. You cannot tell me I don't know this. So since I just hit black on a 2, but I haven't hit red for a 2, so now we're gonna go with red for a 2. It's a system. There is like a skill set to this. Dude, I know this, okay? I just need to get my money back. That's all I need to do right now. We're in the red. I'm in the red right now. I started out with $57. I went up, and then I went back down to like $25. So now we're just working our way back up to that like $60 mark. So since I just hit, oh, what did I just hit? That was black. No, that was red. I hit on red, yeah. So now, I haven't, this gets tricky. This is basically like Call of Duty, by the way. Like, the more that you do it, the better you understand it and the better that you get at it. It's just the stakes are a little bit different because like your livelihood rides on. So I just hit for a $2 on red. I haven't hit for a $5 on black yet, but I don't know if I'm due for a $5 on black yet. Let's just go ahead and go with another 2 on red. I'm feeling like 2 on red is probably the best right now. See, I had that intuition. Do not underestimate my intuition. My intuition is literally insane. Nobody has a better intuition than me. Nobody. I don't know anybody on the face of the planet that has one. God does, but that's it. I'm not better than God. So we just hit for a $2 on red. And I'm not gonna go for a strict number, by the way. That's craziness. Like that's just insanity. I'm not at that level yet. And I'm not even gonna call even or odd. So hit a 2 on red. Now it wants me to think that I'm due for a 2 on black, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trick it and I'm gonna go for another 2 on red. I just get it. Like, some people get it and some people don't. That's why you need to be drinking when you do this, by the way, because it unlocks the part of your brain that understands gambling. And that's not just me saying that. I've watched enough gambling content to know that you gamble better when you're drunk versus when you're sober. Again, that advice does not come from me. That comes from multiple people that have won millions gambling. And that's what the casinos, they don't want you to know. And also, I just need to get myself prepared because I've never been to an in-person casino before. So I have to practice with this virtual stuff before I can step foot into the ring. So we just hit for another red. Okay, so this is, now it's tricky. It wants me to think. What does it want me to think? Because this is basically chess at the end of the day. So we just hit for 2 or 3 2s on red. So it probably wants me to think that I'm due for a black, but maybe I am due for a 2 on black. And I still haven't hit my 5 on black yet. So, you gotta really analyze this like hard. It's a lot of, there's a lot of stuff going on up there. This one I don't really know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna go with a 2 on black and we're gonna see what happens. See, that one I didn't call, like that one was, I didn't have that one. So that's okay. So since I just hit on red again, now I am due for a black. That's all I needed to know. Okay, now I'm definitely due for black because it's gonna want me to think like, hey, he just hit, that was what, 4 or 5 reds in a row? And they always say that it's the same probability of whatever color that you're gonna hit per turn. It doesn't matter what you've hit in those previous turns. But that's just a bull-faced lie. And the more that I drink, the better that I get at this. So we just hit for 5 reds in a row. We're definitely due for black. See, I knew, see, once you've hit like 5, I hit 6 blacks in a row. That was craziness. Like that's not something that regularly happens. Okay, so now we're due for another black, honest. Hold on, I gotta remove those bets. I'm confident to go for a black even. Okay, so, wait, how did I win that? That wasn't an even. Do I not know how the f this works? I mean, I'll take it. I just won my money. I just won $4. If anything, I should have just broke even there, but okay. There's no reason to place those bets on even and odds because it seems like they don't even make a difference. So I just hit 2 blacks in a row. We're probably due for another black. Black is kind of hot right now. I would sit here and act surprised, but I'm not. 3 blacks in a row. This one can get a little bit tricky because you might think like, you know, you're due for a red at this point, but 4 blacks in a row has a higher chance of happening than 4 reds in a row. So you have to understand that part of it. This is tricky. We're at $43 right now. I'm still working my way back up to just break even, get my money back, so I can go back to the Plinko balls. Because you can't go into the Plinko balls when you're down. You have to go in there with confidence. It's kind of like going up to a girl if you're not confident at all, your success rate is gonna be 0%. If you're confident, then you have a way higher success rate. That's basically what the Plinko balls are. I'm rolling dice on black. I'm rolling dice on black. This was supposed to be like a 5-minute segment of my next video. Okay, yep, see, 4 blacks in a row, that's plausible. What I should have done there, because I just made a mistake and I'm completely fine. Camera stopped recording. I'm completely fine with admitting to my mistakes, right? What I should have done there is I should have placed a $5 bet on black because I was due for a 5 on black. You remember how I hit the 5 on red? I hadn't hit the 5 on black yet. But if I go for the 5 on black right now, I don't know if I'm due for that 5 on black. I'm gonna go for the 2 on red. If the 2 on red hits, then I'm gonna go for the 5 on black. If the 2 on red doesn't hit, I'm gonna go for another 2 on red. Okay, so now I'm due for a 5 on black. Oh, That just hit black. I thought that hit red. Okay, I'm not due for a 5 on black then. So I'm due for a 2 on red though. I have to get another 2 on red before I'm due for a 5 on black. That makes sense. I'm due for a 2 on red now. Okay, there we go. So I just got my 2 on red. So now we're gonna shoot for the big guns. We're gonna go for the 5 on black. Yes! Yes! I fucking knew it. I literally know this, bro. Stop. This is not about the money. It's bigger than that. It really is. I mean, the money is obviously amazing. Like, that is the main goal, but it's also just not the main goal. People don't understand this shit. They don't understand it the way that I understand it. Okay, so I just did a 5 on black. I have momentum right now, so I could go for a 10 on black. That would be crazy. If I could get a 10 on black, then I make my money back. I'm chilling, I can go back to the Plinko balls. But if I lose that, then I'm fighting an uphill battle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for a 2 on red. Okay. If we hit another 2 on red here, then we can probably go for the 10 on black. Probably. This is big. I'm gonna need more of this. See, if we use our $2 bet on black, then we're not gonna be due for a 10. There's no way, it's just not gonna give it to us. We're being greedy at that point. So we have to go for the 2 on red first, and then we'll go for a 10 on black. If we hit the 2 on red here, then we are 100% due for a 10 on black. Okay, I gotta shoot my shot here. We gotta go for the 10 on black. Gotta go for the 10 on black. Here we go. I have a good feeling about it. Fuck! Okay, all right, okay, we got greedy. That's what happened. Son of a bitch, I was right there at the finish line. This is why you have to analyze every single turn, right? You have to make sure that you're analyzing every single turn, because when something goes wrong in your life, you have to look, where did it go wrong? In this session of investing, you call it investing, gambling, it sounds demoralizing. In this session of investing, I just went wrong by going for a 10 on black there. That's where I went wrong. So I can look at this footage, I can go back to the plays, I can go back to the footage of the game, and I can look and see, I can go, okay, this is where things took a turn for the worst. But they may have not taken a turn for the worst, because if you can get your head back in the game quick enough, then you're chilling. Just because you have one minor hiccup, that doesn't mean that it's gonna throw off the whole game. It's only the second quarter right now. So we're due for a 2 on black because we just got robbed basically for a 10 on black. Okay, see, I should have just, it's tricky. It is tricky right here, because two blacks in a row is not that crazy. That's not something that's unheard of, but the casinos could think that we're getting greedy by going for another 10 on black. They could think that we're not thankful for all the bets that have hit tonight. Okay, hold on. Shh. It doesn't burn when it goes down anymore. Let's look at the facts, right? I'm in the frame, okay. Let's look at the facts. That screen recording was 17 minutes. How the fuck am I gonna get that on my computer? I know I'm gonna get it on my computer. Okay, hold on, I'll start screen recording again in a sec. Hold on, okay, hold on, shh. If we look at the big picture here, right? We started out with about $57, okay? We were playing the Plinkos. They weren't going so hot, so we switched over to roulette. When we got over to roulette, things started to turn around, okay? We got momentum, okay? They were playing defense on us. We managed to, you know, shock them a bit, okay? We started shooting from the outside, and they weren't expecting that. They were expecting us to drive to the rim every single time. The fact that we are only at $44 right now. We started out with 57. We got all the way down to like low 20s. We had a 20 point deficit against the casino. And we basically just went on like a 20-5 run. Well, a 20-10. Well, that's not really a run at that point. We'll call it a 20-5 run, because a 20-10 run isn't a thing. That's just not a thing. So the game is getting tricky here. I said it was the second quarter. I misspoke. I was out of line. It's the end of the third. We're approaching the fourth quarter right now, potentially. Because I don't know if I'm going back to those fucking Plinko balls tonight. If we can keep this momentum up and we can get back to even, that's a win. No, it's not. We have to go up at least $5. And the only way for us to go up $5 is for me to analyze every single play that has happened and for me to figure out where things went wrong. If I can't figure out where things went wrong, I can't improve. And if I can't improve, then we can't win the game. It's fucking basic math. Okay. So we just hit for black. Gotta hit for... Fuck, what did we hit before that? I think we hit we hit 2 or 3 reds in a row, so that means we hit black. It thinks that I want to go for black, but maybe I do want to go for a black because I'm probably due for 2 blacks in a row. But it It wants me to think that. It wants me to think that. We're gonna go for 2 on red. We're gonna go for 2 on red here. I probably could have hit a 5 on red here. I should have went for a 5 on red. Okay, we're not due for any 5s or 10s right now. What does it want me to think? See, this is why I'm taking so long in between each one, right? Because you have to figure out what the casino is thinking right there. It is chess. What is going to be the casino's next move? The casino wants me to think that it's gonna be another... No, it's gonna think that it wants me to think that I'm not due for another 2 on red. It wants me to think that I'm due for a 2 on black. See? See? If I would have placed a $5 there, then I wouldn't have hit. Now we're probably due for a 2 on black. I don't know, maybe we are. Okay, all right, yeah, we were. Oh. Nothing happened. We just hit green. Wait, what? Was that? Yeah, it was. Okay. All right, bet. So things are getting a little bit weird here. Things are getting a little bit weird. Okay. All right. Okay. So we hit 2 2s on red, then we hit a 2 on black, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. We're gonna need some more of this. Yep, I know, it's gonna leak down the side of the fucking bottle and I'm about to wipe it off with my shirt. This shirt's literally gonna be stained with Angel's Envy for the rest of my life. It's a healthy amount. Okay, my gut, my intuition is telling me I gotta really tap in here. I gotta really lock in. Okay, if I've ever needed to lock in right now, it's now. I needed to lock in. I've been locked in all week with the gym work and all that stuff. Now we really need to lock in on this. I know I've been playing. Holy shit, I've wagered 100. I want to say we're due for a 2 on black. It wants me to think that I'm due for a 2 on red. It wants me to think that. It wants me to think that. It wants me to think that I'm due for a 2 on red. It wants me to think I'm due for a 2 on red. It wants me to think that I'm due for a 2 on red. Now I'm due for a 2 on red. I know I'm due. I know I'm due for a 2 on red. Okay. It's got the lead right now. It's picking up momentum. It's picking up momentum. We just lost 2. We just let them get 2 3-pointers in a row, and they weren't even just regular 3s. Those were from way beyond the arc. Those were from logos. Those were from the fucking logo. They pulled up from the logo, passed it into Curry, and he just pulled up from the logo and bang, put it in. Okay, so now we gotta stop their momentum. We gotta stop their momentum. At some point tonight, I need to cut myself off because iMessage and FaceTime will start looking like gold coins. It's trying to take my confidence. That's what it's trying to do. It's trying to take my confidence away. And I understand that it's in my head right now. Fuck, shit. This is big. This is big. This is big. You know what? I'm gonna surprise it. I think I'm due for a 5 on black. The fuck I'm talking about? Wait, how did I only win 4? I just bet 5. How did I only win 4? I should have won 10. Am I tweaking? This video is gonna take so long to edit. Oh my god. This video was supposed to be a small segment of the next video, which I'm not even gonna pick up until next week because I'm going to get a fucking tattoo on my ribs. Okay, hold on. I need to take a break. I need to take a... Shit. Hold on. That might have just messed with the screen recording. Nope. Okay, we're good. Hold on. I gotta check my notifications. Oh, let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna get back to the gambling in a second. Hold on. Just bear with me, okay? Because I need to clear my head. Hey.
What's up?
I'm drunk and I wanted to talk to my friend.
Oh, okay.
How's it hanging? I'll go ahead and... Hold on. Let me go ahead and get another one for you.
Really? That? Dude, bro, you're fucked.
Dude, I'm good.
No, ew.
It's so good. It makes you feel so warm and fuzzy and like a polar bear. You feel like a polar bear. Trust me, I'm telling you. You get on the wave of Angel's Envy, then you're never gonna look back.
I think that's definitely something you gotta smoke a cigar with.
No, you can just drink it and be fucked and be good. I'm telling you, swap that out. Swap that out for some Angel's Envy. Swap that out for some Angel's Envy or some Tito's. And you're gonna feel like you're gonna feel like $1 billion.
I will not be drinking Tito's tonight.
Dude, it's so, dude, anything that involves hard liquor is the best thing that was ever founded.
It's hilarious to me that you were sober like 2 months ago.
Dude, I wasn't sober. I was sober. But like, it's different now. It's a little bit different. I'm in the gym every single day. I'm allowed to, if I want to have a drink or 2 or 6, I can.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, tell you you cannot do something.
Thanks. Because I'm gonna do it anyway.
Alright.
Alright, this will probably be my last drink for the night because if it's not, damn it. If it's not, then I'll probably, well no, I could probably drink the whole bottle and be fine. Where did that cork go? There it is. I can't find it. I can't find that cork. Okay, here's the deal. I gotta break even. I gotta get even. We had a few more drinks during that time period, but I'm locked back in. I'm good. My phone is on 10%, so like I gotta do this quick. I'm just gonna go for black on 2 on black. Okay, we got it. I gotta get even. I gotta get even. I gotta get even, bro. I need to get even. 2 on black again. Not gonna overthink it. We're just gonna go for it. We have to go for it. Close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. Close your eyes. Guys, I don't know if I can get even tonight. I don't know if the part of my, I think, so I just, oh, yeah, I'm down, bro. I just, fuck, okay. I just hit for 2 on black, 46, I gotta get back to 57. So, I need to, the casino thinks that I'm gonna be due for 2 on red, so I'm gonna go for 2 on black. I drank too much, guys. I didn't mean to do that, but I have, it's really not my fault, but I just won again. At the end of the day, I just won again. So, it thinks I'm gonna be due for 2 on red, so we're gonna go for 2 on black. And if we can hit this 2 on black, then we're due for a 5 on red. Okay, so now we're due for a 5 on red. So we go to 5, and then we spin that, and then we should hit a 5 on red. We should. All things considered, we should hit a 5 on red. There we go, see? It's really like, at the end of the day, it's not the craziest thing. So now all we need is a $2 bet, and it thinks I'm gonna go for red again, so I'm gonna go for a 2 on black, and then if I hit a 2 on black, then this is, okay, we just broke even. So, I'm gonna go for another 2 on black, and then we are going to probably hit a 2 on black. We should, okay. It's the next day, and I can say this with absolutely crystal clear confidence. I am not drinking for so long. I might be done drinking for videos for a while, because that tends to be where I get the most inebriated at, and the level of hungover that I'm at right now is violent. Like, I have not felt a hangover like this probably in 3 to 4 years. Like, I'm being dead serious right now. It's 2:30 in the afternoon and I'm still feeling it. Now, like, understand something, right? Understand this. When I get hungover, I generally, like, it's kind of like, okay, I feel it, but I can go and function. I'm just gonna perform, you know, a little bit worse today. This is like, I can't even form a clear thought in my head because I still have so much fog up there and I feel physically sick. I've probably kept myself from throwing up about 5 times now. I hate throwing up. I hate it. So when I went to sleep last night, I had to keep switching sides and holding myself up in damn near a plank position, because if I laid my head flat down, then I was gonna start spinning, and that was gonna make me feel even worse. Don't know what time I fell asleep at, and then woke up to my heart absolutely racing, and I was still drunk at that point. I was absolutely still drunk. I can't eat anything. I have to sip water like a child. I thought it would be entertaining for me to just have like a few drinks and then, you know, gamble for a video. That's not what happened. It was not a few. That was half of a bottle. And half of a bottle of whiskey in about an hour and a half does have repercussions. It really truly does. There's not a scenario where that doesn't happen. So lesson learned, I'm not drinking for a while. My birthday is next week. I think I'm gonna stay sober for that. That's probably the best thing to do. That is the best thing to do. Now that is absolutely subject to change, but my body cannot handle me continuing to just black out. So I'm stating it now, for the record. My next video, I'm going to be 100% sober the entire time. Entire time. Not gonna be a lick of alcohol consumed before, after, during, doesn't matter. Whole video, I'm sober. Video after that though, that's we don't know what's gonna happen there. We'll see. We're gonna see.